Hello my fishing friends and fellow anglers, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into an exciting forecast for Sunday, January 4th, 2026. This day, my friends, holds some fantastic potential for those of you wetting a line in the beautiful waters of Australia, especially around the Sydney region. Get ready because the summer bite is on and I've got some specific insights that could make your day on the water truly unforgettable. Let's talk tactics and targets for this promising day. Based on the current conditions, we're looking at a Yellowtail good to excellent bite, particularly for our warm water superstars. First up, let's target the mighty Yellowtail Kingfish. These aggressive predators are in their prime during the Australian summer. On January 4th, you'll want to focus your efforts around the heads of Sydney Harbour, inshore reefs, and any prominent structures like channel markers or submerged rocks. They love to ambush baitfish in these areas. My go-to setup would be a medium-heavy spinning outfit spooled with 20 to 40-pound braid, tipped with a 20 to 40-pound fluorocarbon leader. For bait, live squid, yellowtail or slimies, slow-trolled or fished-on downriggers will be incredibly effective. If you prefer lures, big stick baits, poppers or jigs worked aggressively can also tempt to strike, especially during those low-light periods of dawn and dusk. Next, for those who prefer an inshore, more accessible option, the Dusky Flathead will be biting. Flathead are a summer staple in the estuaries and bays. Look for them on sand flats along the edges of drop-offs and near weed beds in estuaries like Botany Bay or the Hawkesbury River. They love to lie in wait for an easy meal. I'd recommend a light to medium spinning outfit with 6 to 10-pound braid and an 8 to 12-pound fluorocarbon leader. Soft plastics, particularly grub or paddle-tail lures in natural baitfish colors, hopped slowly along the bottom, are deadly. Small hard-body lures or vibes can also produce. Don't forget fresh prawn or pilchard pieces if you're bait fishing. They're always a winner for flathead. For the offshore adventurers, Mahi-Mahi, also known as dolphin fish, are definitely on the menu. With the warm ocean currents typical for early January, they'll be congregating around fads, trap buoys, and any floating debris well offshore. These fish are visually oriented and will often strike at anything that looks like a struggling baitfish. A solid trolling setup with brightly colored skirts, small high-speed lures, or rigged ballyhoo will be your best bet. Keep an eye out for birds working the water. Where there are birds, there's often bait, and where there's bait, there are mahi. And for a bit of fast-paced, exciting action closer to shore, consider targeting Australian salmon and Tailor. These species will be actively feeding around headlands, rocky outcrops, and harbour markers, chasing schools of baitfish. A medium-light spinning rod with 10 to 15-pound braid is perfect. Small metal slugs, stick baits, or lightly weighted pilchards cast into the bust-ups when fish are actively feeding on the surface will get you into the action. Early mornings and late afternoons are prime times for these guys. Now, let's break down the conditions that are shaping our forecast for January 4th. Weather. In Sydney, we're looking at comfortably warm summer temperatures, ranging from around 21 degrees Celsius in the evening up to 25 degrees Celsius during the day. There's a slight chance of patchy, light rain, perhaps 1 to 2 millimeters, which is typical for a Sydney summer and shouldn't dampen the bite too much. We don't have specific atmospheric pressure data for the exact day, but with generally stable temperatures and light winds, we can expect relatively stable conditions, which is usually a good sign for active fish. Water temperature. This is key for summer fishing and the news is good. The average sea temperature in Sydney for early January hovers around a very comfortable 24 to 25 degrees Celsius. These warm waters mean higher metabolism for many species, leading to increased feeding activity. Fish will be spread out and active, willing to chase baits and lures. Moon phase. For January 4th, 2026, we are right on the cusp of a full moon, with some sources even indicating it as the full moon itself. Others say it's one day after the full moon, with 98% illumination. This means a very bright night. Popular fishing lore often suggests that around a full moon, fish can be more active during the night due to the increased light, making them a bit shyer during daylight hours. However, this also means dawn and dusk, when the light transitions, can be absolutely explosive as fish move off their nocturnal patrols. The tides will also be stronger around the full moon, which can trigger feeding frenzies as bait is swept around. General fish activity. Overall, we're in the heart of summer in Australia, and that means high biological activity. Many species are in full feeding mode before any potential spawning later in the season. Warm water pelagics like kingfish, mahi-mahi, and even some early marlin are actively hunting. Inshore species like flathead, bream, and whiting are also highly active, responding well to a variety of baits and lures. The slight chance of rain could even stimulate some feeding, as insects might be washed into the water, or it might just give a temporary respite from the heat, making the fish more comfortable. Considering all these factors, warm water, high fish activity, and favorable, if slightly variable with the moon, conditions, I'm giving the bite for January 4th a solid good to excellent rating. The fish will be active, especially for predatory species. Just remember to adjust your tactics for the bright moon by focusing on early morning and late afternoon bite windows. So, my friends, that's the breakdown for January 4th, 2026 in Australia. I wish you all tight lines and ni kvosta, ni cheshwi, no tail, no scales. Go out there, enjoy the beautiful Australian summer, and make some incredible fishing memories. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a big thumbs up if you found it helpful, and leave a comment below. What are your plans for the weekend? What's your go-to summer bait or lure in Australia? I love hearing your stories and tips. Until next time, stay safe and keep those reels screaming.